Hello everyone, I've been very excited to make this kind of video. For the longest time, I've wanted to shoot some behind the scenes content where I could explain what goes into my videos and sort of add some nuances to what you might be seeing. Today I'll be giving an explanation on my first video in my docu-series Gems. This is with my friend Saya. We've been friends since intermediate and it's come to about 10 years now which we've been friends, and I'm so excited for you guys to see the nuance behind these videos. I hope you enjoy. If you like what I'm doing, please feel free to give me your feedback and I'd love to improve them going forward. Let's get into it. When I made this intro, it was the hardest thing because I didn't know exactly what to start off with. I was shooting in the dark in terms of what I wanted to do with this whole series. I just knew it had to be old school. That's all I wanted.
Hey, my name is Yasai Daki Felakdel, 24 years old in 2023, and I'm an artist. Usually like to draw horror and some anime type of stuff, but yeah, nice to meet you.
When Saya said that, that was probably the most inspiring last sentence I've ever heard. That nice to meet you, I wanted to carry on through every Gems video I made because I feel it made a personal connection with everyone who watched the video. I don't really want people to just watch this. I wanted to create some sort of portal between the people I'm interviewing and the viewer.
Art gets a lot of flack for being a medium that doesn't succeed well at a financial standpoint. Why should you be the voice of reasoning for artists or students to continue looking for a career in art?
Now, just to talk on this, we shot this completely out of impulse. We were watching a Kanye documentary on Netflix. I was so inspired to make something of my own. Kanye's friend has been filming him and documenting his life from the point of his origin. And if someone could be doing that for so long, it sort of reminded me of my own personal dreams of wanting to document people and get into filmmaking. We were watching an artist become something. When we had an artist in the room right there, we have every opportunity to make someone into something. But sometimes I think people aren't fully acknowledged for their accomplishments. And that's something I wanted to change with Gems. It was that bringing light to some people, was bringing light to people. Because I think too many talented people go unnoticed, unfortunately.
If you can help not getting a career in this, if you don't feel the need to be in this career, if it's just a passion for you, keep it a hobby, bro. Definitely keep it as a hobby. I feel like...
Now, in terms of a visual side, this was so interesting because this was an impulse video. We didn't plan anything. Fortunately, I had my camera from the day of street photography. This lighting setup is so weird because our main source of light is his lamp over there. And what we needed to separate him from his background, because it was so dark, all I had was a Godox V1. So we actually used the whole modeling light to sort of shine the back of his head. And we had to reset that every 5 minutes because I think it has a automatic turn off time. We had to sort of schedule the question answers in terms of fitting how long that light would stay on. And I think it worked out pretty well, actually.
I feel like in my situation, it's a curse. I tried doing something else and it doesn't work out, man. Spiritually, it would never work out.
I wanted to add this art section because for me personally, when I was editing the video, I thought that maintaining a static image of a person talking for too long just doesn't convey the message fully. And we had artwork, so Sai is an amazing artist and he has artwork that I think should be displayed. And especially while he's talking about it, it's not something you get in every occasion where someone can bring examples to what they've done.
And that's the curse of being an artist, curse of being a creative. You can't live a life happy without doing it. If you try, it doesn't work out. It's a need. If you're asking yourself, why should I keep pursuing this? Ask yourself what happens if you don't.
So, with that thought in mind, have you ever been surrounded by artists that evoke the feeling of jealousy around you?
I feel like that's normal, you know what I mean, in this industry, because you'll always meet somebody that's better than you. But feeling jealous and letting that dictate you, two different things. You know what I mean? As long as you don't forget what you're good at and what you're passionate about, that's the main point. That's what keeps you on the path, is it not?
When someone is talking, they use so many filler words. And it's natural because people are trying to balance out how they're feeling in the moment with actually trying to produce something. And anxiety and fear is all very normal when it comes to recording. The beauty of having B-roll shots is that you can sort of manage the way that people speak. Using B-roll is a good way to teleport someone to another place to sort of get them less focused on the audio and show them something new. So that switch in environment is actually a good time to chop up some audio so the video can run more fluidly.
Are there any valuable skills in art that can't be translated or replicated within our digital age?
I don't really know. I feel like anything you do in life can be translated to something else. No matter how impossible you think, I think you are able to do something like that. I think like what you can translate to from art to anything else is passion. Definitely the main thing. And basically just working on
The amount of detail that goes into creating a piece, unfortunately, doesn't meet with the amount of attention it receives. And I can personally relate to that in terms of my videos. They take about close to a week working on it full time. What we end up with is 10 minutes of footage. So the translation of what you put into it and what you get out is not always an equal exchange. I put this artwork up here of Sire's because it just requires the amount of time that it takes to make to actually soak in. There are probably close to 100,000 lines, and that might be selling it short slightly, unfortunately.
pushing through something you don't like to achieve something you do like. I think that's possible, something to translate well.
And just before we end our interview here, Simon, is there any message that you have for anyone that's coming up within the creative industry?
Never be afraid to ask for help. Whether that be through references, through asking someone else how they do something, like draw their lines or color. Never be afraid to reach out and ask for help. That's the only way you're going to improve. That's it.
The way that people end these videos, when I interview them, they are so casual about ending the video. And that's what I really like about the whole experience, is that when people end with, "That's it," it really feels like you're talking to someone and not watching a whole production of a video that's been scripted or faked, because this whole thing wasn't. I wanted to make sure that people felt like you were actually talking to someone, or you're speaking to someone right there, having a natural conversation. The way Sai talks, he's such a natural on the camera, and he managed to convey that so well that I wanted to do that on all of my videos, but I didn't want to script anything. I'm so happy that that's how people naturally end their videos, because I think it's the best way to end it. And that was all. I intend to do these videos because I quite like talking about them. There are a lot of tiny moments in the videos that don't have the chance to be brought out because we're sort of focused on one thing. But after having the chance to make these kind of videos, I'd love to be able to explain them more. If you like this video, please give it a share so we can get it out to more people. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.